Welcome to the Exchange Daily. Starting this week, we're changing it up a bit. Each day from Monday through Saturday, we will focus on one of the 6 pillars of the PAVE framework: policy-aware validation and estimation. This structure helps us deliver targeted, high-impact intelligence aligned with how federal and enterprise leaders actually evaluate and validate major IT, cyber, and acquisition investments under the FY 2026 NDAA. The weekly lineup runs as follows. Monday covers Pillar A on mission alignment and business outcomes. Tuesday focuses on Pillar B, policy and compliance. Wednesday addresses Pillar C, cost financial benchmarking and workforce. Thursday covers Pillar D, technical viability and architecture, which is today's topic. Friday is Pillar E, user experience and human systems integration. And Saturday wraps the week with Pillar F, security and risk. The FY 2026 National Defense Authorization Act introduces several provisions designed to strengthen supply chain security and technical data access for defense systems. Section 850 begins a phased prohibition on the Department of War acquiring computers or printers from covered Chinese military industrial entities, starting with a minimum 10% compliance threshold in fiscal year 2026. This marks a concrete step toward reducing hardware dependencies that pose national security risks. Program offices and contracting teams should begin mapping current inventories and identifying compliant alternatives well before the thresholds tighten in future years. Closely related is Section 851, which prohibits contracting with entities that engage lobbyists for Chinese military companies. This provision closes a potential loophole where indirect relationships could undermine supply chain illumination efforts. Defense contractors should review their lobbying relationships and third-party engagements now to avoid compliance gaps that could affect future awards or ongoing performance. Section 805 requires the Department of War to establish a digital system for tracking, managing, and assessing covered technical data and computer software. The goal is to close long-standing gaps in access to the information needed for repair, maintenance, and sustainment of weapon systems and other covered items. This digital tracking capability will become increasingly important as programs seek to reduce sustainment costs and improve readiness through better data visibility across the lifecycle. To accelerate alternative sourcing, Sections 832 and 833 direct the military departments to establish expedited qualification panels for critical readiness items and authorize interim national security waivers to support supply chain illumination activities. These mechanisms are intended to speed up the qualification of new or secondary sources while maintaining appropriate security standards. Program managers should identify opportunities where these panels and waivers could unlock competition or reduce single points of failure in their supply chains. At the same time, federal agencies are advancing efforts to inventory their AI systems, including the growing challenge of shadow AI operating outside formal governance. Recent guidance and reporting emphasize the use of AI bills of materials to document AI assets, reduce blind spots, and strengthen zero-trust architectures. Organizations that lack a complete view of where AI is being used, whether in development environments, business applications, or operational systems, face elevated risks around data leakage, model integrity, and compliance with emerging federal AI requirements. Finally, causal logic algorithms such as PC and FCI methods offer a structured way to isolate latent issues in complex systems, including legacy code complexity that often blocks modernization timelines. When applied to AI-enabled systems and their supporting supply chains, these approaches can surface hidden dependencies and technical debt that traditional reviews may miss. Integrating this type of analysis into technical viability assessments helps programs move from reactive risk management to proactive architecture decisions. That's the Exchange for today. Remember, guesswork isn't a strategy. We'll see you next time for the 5 minutes that secure your next 24 hours. The Exchange newscasts and newsletters are productions of Matora Solutions, LLC. Matora is both a hub zone and a service-disabled veteran-owned small business. While every effort is made to keep details accurate as of publication time, readers and listeners should always confirm time-sensitive items, such as policy changes, budget figures, and timelines directly with official documents and briefings. The exchange is for informational purposes only. It does not constitute legal, investment, procurement, security, compliance, technical, or any other form of professional advice. No attorney-client, advisor-client, or other professional relationship is created by listening to or reading this content. Always consult qualified professionals and validate with primary sources before taking any action. All information is from publicly available sources. All rights reserved. Copyright Matora Solutions LLC 2026.